Jenson Button in particular.
Yeah, well, as we see, we're joining Rubens on board here. He has to deploy the clutch again, get the car moving, and look at that. All the pack have just passed him. So he was virtually last running into that first corner. And you see he's having to take a little bit of avoiding action, and obviously gets a good run off the source, and he's in amongst the mix there. But as we join the Brits up at the Kumlin, clearly it was not to be, and you can see Rubens there having a little go at Lewis. Actually surprised me that he had an issue going through Eau Rouge. Normally he would have been able to use that to his advantage, but look at the gap between him and the cars in front, and that's allowed Rubens to take a run down the outside. I don't expect he expected to get down the outside of the Red Bull, but no, if we try and pick up, now we've missed what's happened with the cars behind, but Rubens had to take avoiding action and run down the escape road.
Well, we saw Rubens Barrichello spinning off there, but let's have a look at Kimi Raikkonen's point of view as he comes down here to attack the leaders and gets his eyes firmly set straight away on Giancarlo Fisichella. That's the guy he wanted. Yeah,
he knew that he had that curves off the start, and now he's probably very confident.
How much an advantage is it to go wide there, David, at the start?
Well, none at all. You're picking up dirt on your tyres, but if you have to go there to avoid other cars, then you'll do it. But you can see there's actually quite a gap to Giancarlo as he went into Eau Rouge, but he had massive speed through the middle of Eau Rouge. Giancarlo probably had to lift slightly, and there he is, taking Kid from a candy, pushed his curves and just pulled around the outside, and he'd be thinking, well, this is the making of my Grand Prix.
And this is Jenson Button's on board. We'll stay with this right through until the accident.
Okay, well, you can see he's obviously got round his teammate, picked the outside of the corner, obviously trying to be a little bit cautious there, nice and wide, and allowing for the spinning cars on the inside. Follows Kimi out onto the runoff area, probably lost a little bit of space here. You can see one of the Williams there was actually able to outrun him, and then again, who's that? That's Lewis, I believe, in the McLaren. And then he gets the run up over the top of Eau Rouge. I'm surprised he's not hooking into the slipstream a bit earlier. There he is. Now he's getting that drag off the car in front, picking up some RPM, pulling out of the slipstream. Let's just see what happens here. So he turns into the apex, then whack, there it is. Grosjean hit him up the back. And, you know, whether that's a rookie error or it didn't look like Jenson would brake too early. Here we join on board with Hamilton. Didn't make the best of starts. Look at that. He's lost a few places as he runs down to the source. Again, being squeezed here. He mentioned this sandwich. Look at that. He's been bashed on his front left wheel, and probably a little bit damaged onto the car. Deploys curves. Suddenly he's in amongst the mix, passing a couple down the run to Eau Rouge. Has to back out as he's following up behind the Toro Rosso, I believe, there. Up over the rise. Has a bit of oversteer, which is why he's dropped speed. And you can see the gap. He would not, you know, normally in Lewis in this type of situation would have been right under the rear wing of the car in front, but in this situation it cost him some pace. There goes Rubens, taking his journey down the escape road. Now what goes on here? He's being very careful. Yep, and over the top of him. There was nothing he could do there. You know, he's trying to keep out of trouble, as he explained.